Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I am an urban gardener girl in a small space in my backyard. All right, golden marconis, and let's answer a question. Someone said, what kind of magic soil are you working with in Maryland? So I'm in Virginia, but I think this was a question to the peas sprouting. I don't have any magic soil. I really just think because I put them out and nature has told them that they need to be sprouting, I guess. Golden Marconi. But I don't have any magic soil. I did top that area with compost, my homemade compost at the end of the season. And then I also soaked those peppers. I did not soak the pepper seeds. I soaked those pea seeds. So that might have something to do with why they germinated well. I'm going to just mark off what I already put in here. Jimmy Nardello. Golden Marconi. So I want 3 golden Marconis, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4 to have that backup because I have the space of the ones from the actual pack. Maybe I'll do 4 of those so I can have 2 of the ones I saved and 2 of the ones from the pack. So I did that wrong. Hold on. I put it in the one that was for the ones I saved, and I don't want to get it mixed up. All right, let's put that back in the packet. All right, that's Golden Marconi. Golden Marconi. Let's go ahead and put the other ones in too. All right, let's push those down in there. Someone was saying, like, when I said in my other video, aren't y'all excited? I'm so excited. Aren't y'all excited? And someone was like, she was so excited. She was like, did I tell you how excited I was? I'm right there with you. I was super excited. Like, when you start peppers and tomatoes, like, that's literally, spring is on the way. I'm so ready for spring. I'm so ready. On to paprika. I think I wanted a lot of paprika. 3 of those too. So I'm gonna do 6. These I got from a seed swap, but they grew really well. Thing is, they were kind of spicy. Is paprika supposed to be spicy? Did I got? It's okay. They had a good taste to them. So I'll definitely still be growing them because they had a really good taste to them. I just wasn't sure that paprika was supposed to be spicy. So, I don't know. And then someone was saying, like, it was another post somewhere I was reading that, like, paprika was just red peppers. What is paprika peppers? Is it a specific pepper or is it just a red pepper that was blended up? I don't know. The person who gave them to me told me they were paprika peppers. You know what I'm going to try to do this year? Like, better? I'm going to try to keep a track of the actual peppers. Because the last year I did a lot of dehydrating. But I didn't really keep a track of the peppers that I was dehydrating and where they were on the dehydrator. So I just was making seasonings. All right, let's see. So, question. I saw you putting, nope, I already did that one. Oh, someone says, so should I be fertilizing my small fruit trees? I am learning. Now, I am learning about fruit trees too. I did not fertilize my fruit trees last year. You know who does really good fruit tree videos? Broke Farmer. Broke Farmer loves growing his fruit trees. You should definitely go and check out Broke Farmer's channel. He loves growing his fruit trees. He loves talking about his fruit trees. I think you could learn a lot from over there on his page. I have not fertilized mine. I think when I first put it in, and when I say that, I take it, I haven't used a fertilizer that's said like it's a fertilizer. I have done compost. I put compost over the roots. You know, I do a top dressing of compost at the beginning of spring. That's pretty much all I do for my fruit trees. For the blueberries, I use holly tone because blueberries like acidic soil. But that's pretty much all I do. So I would say go check out Broke Farmer's channel. He does a lot of talking about trees. All right, we're doing pimento peppers. I only need one, so I'm gonna plant 3. I only need one, so I'm gonna plant 3. You're gonna go ahead and close her up. Close her up. And wrap her on in some saran wrap. And I only leave this on. And I always explain what I'm doing in case somebody's new. If you're not new, hang in there with me. I only leave this on until most of them germinate. And then I remove it. It's just to hold the moisture in and to hold the warmth in to get them to germinate. I do this with all my seeds, not just peppers and tomatoes. I wrap them all. You can also reuse your saran wrap. I forgot to grab it from downstairs because there's quite a few pieces sitting on the table downstairs, but it's okay. I have plenty more seeds to start. So that is 7 seeds, 7 varieties planted right there. Save these. They come in handy and they're reusable for several years. Ooh, my shishitos are in this batch. My battery went dead. So I had to get that together. All right. Question time. Broke Farmer said, what's wrong with solo cups? I mentioned in another video that I did not want to have to use solo cups. There's absolutely nothing wrong with solo cups. I have used solo cups ever since I started gardening. The thing is, solo cups take up a lot of space. And I have a good amount of space in the greenhouse now when I have to put them out. Like, I'm not saying I don't. And also they're very heavy when you, like, if you don't have some type of tray that holds the cups specifically, they start to fall over and stuff. And so I just am choosing not to use them this year, or hoping I don't have to use it. Let me fix that. Because if these plants start to grow to the point where I have to pot them up, then I will use solo cups. I'm just trying to not have to. I would rather not. That's all. There's nothing wrong with solo cups. I've been using them. I don't have any like super expensive seed starting stuff. That's not why I said it, because I'm not switching over to, well, okay, look, let me be honest. If they was to contact me and say, would you try some of these? I would be like, yes. But I'm not going to go and buy them. I'm just not going to. I have survived using the pots from the Dollar Tree that you can get, I think you get 10 or 12 or so in the pack for $1.25 now. And so, I mean, I still have all of that stuff and it's still working. So, I mean, like I said, if they offer it to me, I'm going to take it. But I got nothing against solo cups. Nothing. All right. Let's see. What's next? Oh, I'm at my shishito peppers. I want 4. I'm going to plant 8. Y'all know what? I've been to kept 8 shishito pepper plants. I absolutely love them peppers. Those peppers were so good. I mean, they were so good. I don't want to keep, talking about it, but they was. Is anybody deciding to grow shishito peppers? Let me know in the comments if you're going to grow shishito peppers. You will not be disappointed. Really just making I just want to show you an indentation with the pen that's like that deep. Yeah, I think you can see it. And then covering the seeds up. It's not a very deep indentation, because your seeds, you don't want to plant them too deep because they have to have the energy to get back up and through the soil. So if you plant them too deep, they could possibly not make it back up to the top of the soil at germination time. So that's one thing you want to make sure you pay attention to when you're starting them. Seeds, like if you're new to gardening, using seed starting soil is probably a good idea because that's going to make it much easier. It's a very light soil or mixture. It's very light and it'll make it easier for them to come back up. Someone said, did you request Starbucks to put the coffee grounds aside for you, or do they keep the grounds separate from regular trash? Okay, so in my area, they already have the coffee grinds bagged up. So if you go inside of the Starbucks, you'll see them like in a basket right beside the door. But like for me, if I walk in and they see me looking, then someone may say like, you looking for coffee grinds? And I'll say yes. And they'll say, give me a minute. And so whatever coffee grinds they have that I guess is not already, you know, bagged up or in the trash or whatever, you know, whatever they do with them, they'll just put them in a big trash bag for me and give it to me. And so I didn't ask them to do it. They already have them sitting out and they're there for anyone. So if you might just want to check to see if your Starbucks already does it and you just didn't notice it. And if they don't do it, maybe ask, can you just save the coffee grinds for me and I'll come back and get them or whatever. Yeah, because they're very, in my area, they don't mind giving them to you. And like I said, it's like a program. They have bags and everything that, and I think it may say for your garden or something on it. Like they are intentionally doing that and saving it for gardeners in my area. So, I ain't do something right, y'all. Or I just skipped the poblano peppers. Oh, darn it. It's probably talking. Let's see. I might have just skipped them. Did I mark them off? Poblano. I think I skipped it and went straight to, yeah, I did. All right, let me do these poblanos. I skipped it and went straight to sweet pepper because I wasn't paying attention. All right, so I want 3 poblano peppers. Let's see what else we got. So someone says, hey, I wanted to know, when did you first plant your muscadine grapes? I wanted to plant some this year. Did you get any fruit from it your first year? So I planted them last fall. Not this fall, but I guess fall. We're in 2023. So I planted them fall of 2021. I did get a very few. I believe like 6. But I will also say, but actually when I got them from the nursery, so like literally the first year that I planted them, I got like 3 or 4. So this year, I will say, this last year, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. I did not like really take care of them and really learn how to care for peppers. So I don't want to say that like you won't get any your first year and all of that stuff, or you won't get a lot. I would say that if I knew for sure I was taking care of them. But I know for sure I wasn't. So that's my honesty for you. But I did have them. I did get some, and they were absolutely delicious. The few that I got, I mean, they were good. And muscadine grapes are odd little grapes anyway. I think they're more for wine. I like the way they taste. I am trying to find a spot though to put another regular type grapevine. But if I don't, I'll just be eating my muscadine. We'll be eating our muscadine grapes. All right, early jalapeno. Jalapeno. A jalapeno. How many jalapenos? 3. So we need 6. You know, and my gardener gives you a lot of seeds too. So go ahead and check him out. What do we got here? Do I have any issues with rabbits and groundhogs? And if so, how did I get rid of them? I do not have issues with rabbits or groundhogs. Last year, I did have issues with mice. And so I used snap traps. After I tried the humane option, I decided to use snap traps. And they absolutely worked. Rabbits, I know I've seen people put up fences to keep them out. But I've never had to deal with it. Groundhogs, they have some little machine, and I tried it for what I think is a mole or a vole. I don't know that it worked, because sometimes I may feel like a real mushy part of my yard, but I put it out there. It didn't eat anything last year. It was pushing things up quite often, but I was just pushing things down. It did prove to be a problem because my soil ended up being compacted, and I had to, go through it with a fork, like a garden fork when I planted out for fall. But it wasn't a big deal for me. It wasn't like eating my stuff. I will say that. I imagine... Uh-oh. I forgot about my orange lunchbox peppers. They're very delicious. Very delicious sweet pepper. And very prolific. I gotta plant them. I'm gonna plant them somewhere. Probably not in this one though. But actually, oh, I know. I need to soak my loofah, so we won't be planting those tonight. But I still need to do Swiss chard and these American leeks. I'm pretty sure of that. So I'll just put those peppers in with this because they're very prolific. And I saved those from a store-purchased orange lunchbox pepper 2 seasons ago. And every seed that I've planted has grown into a plant, and I've gotten plants off of it. So if you are interested in doing that, it does work. But yeah, I don't really have pest issues, if I'm honest. I haven't. I had a possum out here the other day, though, messing with the chickens. It came twice. We haven't seen it in a while. Like, we haven't seen it. So maybe me scaring it off. I scared it off. I'm sure he or someone else will be back eventually, though. So I'm not saying it's gone. I'm just saying I scared it off. I've been looking at a new chicken coop and trying to figure out how I'm going to cover the top of my chicken area. And I know I talked about that a few weeks ago, but I have just been listening out for them and making sure I go outside and check on them before I go to bed and stuff. And they've been fine, but it's always in my heart that, like, oh my goodness, anything could happen to them. So I need to get that together. All right, question. Someone said, do you know the brand of light you're using? So mine it's a Walmart brand. It's just a great value brand. And I think you said Gary uses 5,000 lumens. My lumens are only 15,000. So, I mean, I don't want to speak on anyone else's way that they do it, because like I said earlier, there's no one way to do it. But mine are great value LED light bulbs, and they are 1,500. I don't know if I said 1,000 or 100, but it's 1,500 lumens that I'm using from Walmart, and they work amazingly. Oh, do me a favor if you have questions. I feel like this is a good way to make sure I'm showing you what I'm doing, but also not doing the same video, because last Wednesday you might notice I didn't do a video. I didn't do a video because I didn't really have any content, and I want it to be quality regardless of when I say I'm gonna be posting. If I don't have quality to post, I don't want to just be throwing anything out here. So if you ask questions, and I'm not telling you like to just ask random questions. If you have a question, you can, you know, put it down in the comments, and then I'll answer you still straight to you. But then I also answer them, you know, in the video the next week. So I think that's a good idea. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to not plant these on camera, but I'm gonna plant these up off camera. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram at Miss MS Asia Spradley, where I post about the things going on every day in the garden. Almost every day at this point. So I will say, it's a little bit of extra, like a Marvel movie. There isn't a lot going on, and so I don't have a lot to post over on Instagram. And again, it's just like with the videos. I don't want to just randomly post things that's not helpful or entertaining for people. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.